Hello everyone, welcome to this new part of the in-store tutorial. So first thing, I'm sorry for the last week. I take a little break. I need to think more about the tutorial, and I need to just take a break of doing a lot of stuff. So that was a good one, but now time to jump back on the tutorial. So for this one, what we're gonna do, we're gonna fix here first the shopping cart to get this X icon so we can come back here, because right now the only way to come back is by dragging. After that, I want to add here a profile icon where when I'm gonna click it, we're gonna see this kind of screen right there, where we're gonna see my profile, where we say I and the user first name with the user avatar right there. And we're gonna have some link here like invite friends, help, about this app, and your account setting. And also we're gonna have the logout button right there. And in this tutorial, we're gonna learn about component. I think it's kind of really great. So yes, so why not jump right into it? So first thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna close everything here. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the comments here and we're gonna create a component called header btn. So this header btn is gonna be the logic about the header button. So what I mean is I want to have some kind of logic where I can say if I have a header button, it's gonna be in the left side, right side, how much margin and stuff like that, and you're gonna handle all this kind of stuff. So first thing, we're gonna import React from React. After that, we're gonna import two things from React Native, so touchable opacity and style sheet. After that, we're gonna create this component, so header btn, and finally we're gonna export the header btn at the end. So the way we're gonna handle this, first thing, we don't even need style sheet, sorry about that. So first thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna return a touchable opacity, and here inside that we're gonna wrap the component children we're gonna receive from here. So children right there. Here what that means, it's when we're gonna make use of this button, we can say like header btn, and here if I put a text with hello, you see what I mean, like this thing is gonna be is children. So what we're gonna do now here is we're gonna start with a let style object. And why I do this is because here I want to receive some props. One's gonna be called left, one's gonna be called right. I do this kind of way here because I don't want to say like side and you choose left or right. I just want you to pass the left or right boolean. So it's gonna be much more simpler. So here I'm gonna say if this is left, I want the style to receive a key margin left to be equal to 8. Else, if right, I want to put a margin right to be 8. And now because again we copy paste a variable, we can say margin size, I'm gonna say 8, and now I'm gonna replace both 8 right there with margin size. So now I can just change it right there, not gonna change in both places. So now the touchable opacity here, we're gonna add the style we just create, but I want to put an underscore, and you're gonna see why in a moment. So I want to say, oh sorry, let style like that. That's why I did this way. But yeah, after that, another props we're gonna receive is gonna be called onPress. So the onPress is gonna be the function when you click on this. So really easy, you pass onPress, nothing more. Now what we need to do, it's gonna be about also we're gonna let the user adding some style. So if the user want to style this other component from whatever the place, he can. So and we put it at the end of the array. Why? It's because if here we have some style like margin right and margin left, but we want to override this stuff because is it the last like that, you're gonna override all the first one. So this is in order, so this is kind of cascade. After that, so this is the header button, nothing more, just like that. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a new component inside comments, and I'm gonna call that close btn for close button. And now this one gonna make use of the header button we just create. So first thing we have, it's gonna be import React from React. After that, I want to get some icon from Expo Vector Icon. Again, remember, if you don't know where I search my icon, it's this website. So what I have right is close, and I get this evil icon right there. And the way you use it, it's now you make use of evil icon because this is the provider for this icon. And after that, here you create a constant called close btn to be the button. And this one gonna add the header btn we just create. And we're gonna export default the close btn. So now here we have the header button, the one we just create. Close button here, we're gonna want some stuff from here. We're gonna want first if it's left or right. So now we can say left equal to left, right equal to right. But doing this kind of stuff is gonna be really long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call rest. And you're gonna see why I want to say rest in a moment. By doing this now, I can say rest like that, and now all the props I have here are gonna be merged to this header btn. But some of them I don't want them, like color. So what I mean is, if I have color left, right props, I want to remove color from this rest stuff. So now this rest now gonna become just left and right. And why I do this is because color is don't manage by header btn, but it's gonna be managed by evil icon. So now here I can say color equal to color, and another props I want to pass here is going to be size, like that, where size equals size, and finally here the name is going to be close. So you see, color, size go there, and left, right, on press, style, and everything like that gonna go to this header btn. And now because I want already some default props, so I don't want my user to put, I don't want like the dev to put color and stuff like that by default. He can just put it and we're gonna manage it for him. So we're gonna have some default props, and this is the way you can add default props. This is the way if you don't make a typo like I just did. And now we're gonna say the color is gonna be equal to the theme. And the autocomplete don't work. So constant theme, yep, theme dot color dot green, and I want the size equal to 18. So what I mean is, if you don't pass no props, by default the color here gonna become this one, and the size here gonna become this one. So now time to test this thing. So the way we're gonna handle this is gonna be pretty simple. We're gonna jump on the shopping cart screen right there where we have the static navigation option, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take from the static navigation, we're gonna take the navigation props, we're gonna destructuring here, and now here we can pass a header left. We're gonna be name close btn, so the button we just create. And I really don't know why the autocomplete is not working. Close btn like that. And now close btn, I want him to be left, and I want a size of 25, and I want to say on press, we're gonna just say navigation that go back, and we need to pass null to make sure. And now just by doing this, if I refresh my screen and I didn't break nothing, now if I click here, you see the X, it's right there. And now if I click on it, you go good. And you see, because I say left, now we have some margin here, sorry, margin left of 8. So that's why I put this left stuff. So we did this part. So now if I jump back to the to-do, I'm gonna just put here X, so it's done. So now what I want to do is create a new screen. Okay, so I'm gonna copy here the list screen, and I'm gonna paste it, and I'm gonna change this to be profile screen. I'm gonna just copy a list here, Command D to select, and I'm gonna change that to be profile screen. Now it's time to play a bit with the React navigation stuff. So the way we're gonna work, it's now, as you can see, if we go to the index of the screen, we have the alt navigator, so it's the logging stuff, no need to touch that. We have after that the home stack, where we have the home and category, so this is where we click, so this is the home, and I click here, we get there. And we have the tab navigator with all this stuff here. And we have the shopping cart navigator, which is the one when I click here, we get this stuff like that. Now the thing, I want this create stack navigator here from the main navigator to be a type of model, because I want the profile when I'm gonna click here to jump. But before this, we're gonna just create it, and you're gonna see why we need to fix some stuff. So I'm gonna put this right there. So I'm gonna call that profile stack. And this is really normal, if you create a lot of stack in your application like that, you have more control and things like that. And if you read the docs of React Navigation, they are for this. So here we have the profile, where we're gonna have the get screen, who finally is gonna be this require stuff, where we're gonna require the profile screen default. And now I want this profile stack to be at the same level of the main navigator, because I want this to jump on top of the tab. So I'm gonna say profile and profile stack. Now for working with this, we're gonna need the icon. So the way we're gonna handle that, it's gonna be pretty simple. I'm gonna create a profile btn. And now this profile btn, I'm gonna create it as a per component, and you're gonna see why in a moment. So we're gonna take eval icon here to get the icon, and now here we're gonna have a per component, which is gonna be called profile btn. And why I do this is because first I want to have here my header btn. It's just because I want to show you another way of doing the navigation stuff, and that's going to be used the navigation service we have created. So for the header btn, we're going to say it's left, and we're going to have an onPress function called this.onNavigate. So now this onNavigate, tapping really bad, sorry. First thing, eval icon, name user, color is going to be white, and size we're gonna jump with a 35. So this navigate here, we're gonna call the navigation service we have created, and we're gonna navigate to the profile. By doing this, what that means, it's now this profile btn don't need to get the context of the navigation or whatever. He know already what it does. So what that means, it's now this profile btn can be used in the home stack. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. So we're going to go to the home screen. So inside the home screen, we're going to add this btn. So right there, home screen, we can say header left, and I want the profile btn, and the profile btn gonna came from common profile btn. So now you see, so I just want the profile btn to be shown in the home screen, and by doing the navigation service right there, you don't need to know about the context of the navigation. So I don't need to import it from there. So I think of like it, and now you're gonna see we have the button right there. But now the problem is, if I click here, you see what happened? I don't want like that. I want this to come from the bottom. Now the thing is, this is a card. What I mean by that, it's by default, you use the mode card. So by default, it's card. But now what I want is the modal. So the modal is going to be from the bottom to the right. So you see, if I click here, this is what I want. You see, from the bottom to the top. And now the thing is, we break the shopping cart. I still want the shopping cart to come from the right. So the way to handle that is going to be kind of simple, but kind of strange first. So we're going to need to remove this shopping cart from this stack. And now I'm gonna put this shopping cart stack, and we're gonna put this now inside the home stack. So if we jump top, we have the home stack, and I'm gonna put the shopping cart. Just make sure I don't want to have some hosting problem and thing like that. So I'm gonna just put this stuff before the home stack. So now if I refresh my screen, the profile still work, and now the shopping stack, you see what happened? Two problems. First one, it's look at that. We have two headers. Why we didn't add before? It's because the main navigator have a headers null here. So every children of his main navigator here get no navigation. So the tab get no navigation headers. So that was not a problem. So that was good. But now the home stack have a navigation right there. And now, because it's the parent, it's gonna override its children. The way we can handle this, now it's gonna be to wrap this inside a screen to be able to get the navigation option from here. And now I can say header null. So what that means, it's now this only children of the home stack gonna have no headers. So now if I click, you see we get no headers, but now we still have the tab. So now how can we manage that? It's gonna be pretty simple, but we need to do some logic. So jump on the navigation service, and we're gonna create a new function. We're gonna create a function called get current route name. Here we're gonna get the navigation state. Here we're gonna first do, if we have no navigation state, I want to return null. So the navigation state, if you follow, that's gonna be this that props that navigation, that state. You see what I mean? Like the state of the navigation right now. After that, I want to get the route of my navigation right now. So we're gonna say navigation state that routes. So this is the way that works. And inside the navigation state, we have access to the index of the route. So that's gonna be a number. So that we're gonna say if we have a route that routes. So that means we have routes inside the route. So I'm not sure if I can show you, but if I say navigation service, and I maybe not here, but if I go to my shopping cart screen, we have the navigation. I'm gonna make it a bit bigger, and inside that we have access to the state. And inside the state, you see, like, we have the route name and everything like that. And this is what we want to use. We want to get this route name here. So we want to know like what is the route finally from now. So example, if I go to the category, I think now it's category screen. If I click on navigation and I click on state, you see we have the route name category. So I want to get access to this category. So what we're gonna do now, it's if I have other route inside my stack. So that means because like the tab have a stack, so I have another route. So the thing is, this route have route inside the other route. So you see what I mean? So it's a lot of stuff. So here what I mean is if we still have route inside the route, we want to call again this function. So it's recursion here, and we want to get with the route where we are right now. Else we return the route, that route name. Okay, so now I want to pass this navigation service like that to my navigation service. Doing this kind of logic here now, if I jump to my home stack, I want to add to my home stack some navigation option to this. And I just think it's going to be cleaner if we do home stack, that navigation option, because here we're going to get the navigation props. So why I want to do this kind of stuff, it's now here I want to make sure that if this is the shopping cart, I want to remove the tab. I know you can do this another way, but I just think it's better here for learning. So I'm gonna say tab bar visible equal true by default. And now here I'm gonna say if navigation services the get current route name, and here I pass my navigation that state. And just for showing you, what we pass. I think if I do this like that, you see navigation, and inside that we have the state, and inside the state we have the index, and we have routes. So you see, the thing is, right now we are in the home screen. That's perfect. This is the key home. But now if I jump to my category, now look what's gonna happen. Inside my state, I still have the key home and the route name home, but this is not the home. What happened is because we are in the home stack, that's why. So that's why we need to jump to the route, take the last index, and now we get the category. So that's why we do this kind of logic. And now here, what I can do is I can say if the route name equal to the shopping cart, here I want to say tab bar equal false. And finally, I'm gonna return tab bar visible, just like that. So now I'm gonna check if that works. So now if I go here, not here, but if I go to category, we still be good. But now if I jump to my shopping cart, you see, and why that? It's because at this point right there, if we look to the navigation state, routes, and we look to the last one, we have the shopping cart. So that's why we can say now, hey, this screen, I don't want the tab bar. By creating this function, now we can reuse it, and we're gonna need it when we're gonna show a map with some animation, and you're gonna understand what I do. So now time to jump on the profile screen and do some UI stuff. So the way we're gonna work here with this profile screen is gonna be pretty simple. So first we want all the screen to be white, and I want the bar style here to be dark. So the status bar to be dark and not white anymore, like that. After that, I want this to have a title. So I'm gonna say title, it's my profile. So now we're gonna get this profile right at the top. It's too big. The way we handle this, we're gonna jump back to the screen. We're gonna take the header title style we have from here, and then we're gonna go inside the profile stack, and we're gonna add this to the navigation option, and we just add this stuff right there. So now we jump back to my profile the good way. Now after that, I want to have a header left here to be able to close. So I want to have the close btn. And now the thing is, remember, the close btn need to receive the on press. So the way we handle this here, navigation, and we say on press. And I'm gonna say on press, I want the navigation that go back, and I pass null because we don't want any key. And if we look back to the shopping cart screen, we pass a left hand size of 25, just like that. So now if I click here, we have the close, and we get null because null take 2L. Like that, and now we can close. Perfect. Now after that, I want to have a scroll view because that's gonna be scrollable. And why we do this is because maybe we're gonna have a lot more stuff in the future. After that, here I want to create a component right there where I'm gonna have a text here where I'm gonna say I, and I want to say Emmanuel, and also I want to have here is avatar. So before going further, I'm gonna show you what I want. If we look to the preview, I want this I manual like that. So here that's gonna be a component where we're gonna have two rows. The row is gonna be more a flex one, so we're gonna take all the space, and this one take the space. So the way we're gonna work, we're gonna create a component inside comments, and we're gonna call that list column.js. This one's gonna be a per component. So list column. So this list column, So this is where we're gonna learn compound component. If you don't know yet, the way we're gonna work with first, it's we're gonna add here a box. The box here, we're gonna have a direction of row, because if we look back to the preview, we see it's row, so because left and right and not top to the bottom. After that here, I'm gonna have another box and another box. First one here, we're gonna have the text from React Native utility, and now inside that we're gonna pass the text for this name. So for the name I Emmanuel, so the text here is gonna be I, and I'm gonna say I Emmanuel for now, and I want this to be X large and bold. After that, here in my button, I want to have an image from React Native, where here I'm gonna have a source where that's gonna be something. The thing is, as if we look in the preview here, I want to be able to reuse this full column. This column and this column is the same. Maybe it don't look the same, but I want to use the same kind of UI. So the way I'm gonna handle that for now is I'm gonna just pass this that prop the children here. You're gonna see in a moment, maybe that don't make any sense right now, but trust me, that's gonna make sense. So here we're gonna have the list column. So now I'm gonna pass what we just create finally with the box. So it looks like I have an error. Prettier say I have an image. Okay, image source, yes. So we want to get the image from the mobx star. So if we look to the mobx star to the out to JSON, mobx star, we have the out star, out star. If you set to JSON, we're gonna get the full object of the out star, and inside the info we have access to the avatar URL. So the way we can get this information inside the profile screen is by injecting the out star. So inject, it came from mobx React Native. So now the out star here gonna give us to the source. We can pass now the URI, where we can say this is a prop the out star, the info, the avatar URL. So long to write, so I'm gonna destructuring the out star. I can remove that. And for the I Emmanuel, we're gonna make use of the first name. So now if I do this and we check, we get image is not defined because that came from React Native and we didn't import, we imported in the other screen, but like that. So now we see I Emmanuel, but we don't get the image because the image need to have a style. Okay, so just for showing you, we can pass a style, and I want have a height of 50 and 50. And now if I do this, I'm pretty sure that's gonna work now. Yeah, you see? With my box utility like that, we can create an avatar really easy. What I mean by that, it's we can say we want a circle of 50, and also that's gonna be an avatar. Just by doing this, what that's gonna mean, it's if you say avatar, by default, my box gonna search if we have an image as a children, and if this is an image, it's gonna pass this 50-50 to the image. And what that means is just with these two things like that, we get that per circle like that. So now it's really nice. So now here we have the list column with row. And now here I want to handle this design of this part here where I can add this to the other side. So the way that's gonna work is if we go to the list column, I'm gonna just put here first thing a padding of small because I want some padding top, bottom, left, and right. So that's gonna add this padding right there. After that, I also want all the elements to be center, and the justify, I want them to be between, so take the space they have between each of them. Now if I do this, we'll get to this point. After that, I want to have a line right there below. So we're gonna add this to the line. So we're gonna say border button width of and I want him to be this the smaller one version. So I'm gonna use the line. If I can get the this autocomplete. Oh, it's because I don't have it. Okay, line width, and for the border button color, I want this from the theme.color.gray light. We get it. So now if I do this, we get like that. Perfect. So now you see it's a scroll view, so we can scroll. Now the thing is, I told you we're gonna learn component. So I think it's time to doing this. So what I mean by that, it's I want to be able to design this list column without having like to put box like that and to put flex and stuff like this. So the way we can handle this is gonna be really simple. So the way component work, it's you can create component who's gonna be a static gonna be in the static of the component itself, of its parent. What I mean by that, it's here we're gonna have a component called left. Left gonna do nothing more than adding a children and render the children, and we're gonna do the same for the right. Maybe it don't make sense now, don't worry. Left here we're gonna have a flex one, and I want this to align start. What I mean by that is the left side is gonna be this side, so I want to make sure that this thing is gonna be gonna be at the start of it, and I want him to take all the space he can take. And for the box right here, we do nothing here, but we just say align end just to make sure. Now here I can say static left equal left, static right equal right. And now just by doing this, look what's gonna happen. Now I can jump to my list column like that, and I'm gonna replace that to be list column dot left. And now I'm gonna wrap this thing inside list column dot right. List column dot right. And now I can pass mine. Now just by doing this, what's gonna happen? It's now we have component here run inside. I think we can maybe check here. So I think it's list column, yeah. So inside the list column now, you see we're gonna have left and right. So the left side and the right side. The beauty of this, it's now if I want to control my list column to have a flex of this box to be flex 1 also, just like that. Look what's gonna happen if I say this and I don't put in, or just for showing you, I'm gonna say BG red. Now look, you see? So now we control this kind of design way, and by doing this, the beauty of this, it's now you just make your stuff really reusable. And why I show you this is because why not? It's a tutorial, so why not learning new stuff? Now for the column, the way we're gonna work for the other column, so this one, we're gonna go a bit faster. So the way we're gonna work, it's we're gonna first create a links array. Inside this link array, I'm gonna paste everything I have already, and I'm gonna just paste the vector icon at the top. And you can pause the video for now if you want to type it. So we have 4 links. So as you can see, the link have a title, an icon, and gonna be a link. So I want to be able to click on this. So as you can see, we have the share link. So when I'm gonna click to invite friend, I want to go to the share screen, and the icon is that. So this is all this kind of logic. Now after that, below this list column, I can do link.map, where here we're gonna have an element. And now I just want to copy what we have here. After that, this list column, we need to pass a key, so a unique key. So we're gonna pass L that title because it's unique. As you can see, the title, it's never the same. After that, for the column left, we're gonna have a box. Where here that's gonna be a day of row. Why? It's because the preview, you see. So this is the box. So I want this to be row. and I want this to be center, and here I'm gonna have a box with a F, so a flex of 0.2, and now here I'm gonna show the icon. To that, here I'm gonna have another box where here we say take the other space, and that's gonna be the L title, so the thing we map from here. After that, for the right side, it's gonna be really simple. I'm gonna copy paste that because it's gonna go faster again. So I just add the theme. So first thing, we need to import the theme from the constant theme. And what I have is the material icon, keyboard, arrow right. So it's just an arrow in the right side. And now this base icon style I've put here, I'll make a mistake, is this base icon style. I just create an object where I say size of 25 and the color, and now I can just print it there. And also I want to use this base size just here to the size of this stuff, and I can just even spread it there. So all my icon gonna have the same UI. Now you see, just by doing this, we get that. So list column left. So the left side block here, okay? Left side is the flex one. Row, align center just to make sure they are aligned together. After that, 0.2. So you see 0.2 finish here, where we show the icon. By default, it's flex start. And just for helping you, maybe if I say BG-RAN, so you see flex 2. After that, flex 1, take the full other space is the title, and after that, to the right side, I will just put this icon. Now the thing is, this icon are not clickable. You see, I click and nothing happened. The way we're gonna handle this, it's first here we're gonna pass the link called link from my list column, and now the way I've handled this is gonna be pretty simple again. So if we jump back to the list column, we're gonna import from the React Native a touchable opacity. First, we're gonna create a function here called render content. This function gonna do nothing more than render what we have already. Now we're gonna say if we have a link, I want to return a touchable opacity with the render content inside that. Else, I'm gonna just render content like that. So if we have a link, it's gonna be clickable. If not, it's not. You see here it's not a link, but here it's a link. It's a link, it's a link, it's a link, and here not. Now we can just handle the press of the link, so handle press. And what we're gonna do, easy peasy, we're gonna jump on the navigation service. But I cannot import it, so API, navigation service. And now we say navigate to that link. Now, not one of them gonna work because we have no link. So if you want to test it, you just copy the list screen. We're gonna paste it inside the screen here. We're gonna change the name here to be setting screen, settings with an S because many settings. We're gonna change the list here to be settings. And now if I jump back to my index.js inside my screen, inside the profile stack, I'm gonna add the settings, get screen, the default, like that. So now the setting, because I say here to my link settings, now if I click on L, nothing happened, but if I click on settings, did I make a typo? Settings, is that? Oh, you need to pass the on press. Like that. Don't worry, the video is almost done. Invite friend, nothing happened, but icon setting, you see, we get here. So we can design this stuff after that. Last thing, it's gonna be inside the profile screen. We want to add a button of logout. So touchable opacity, where we're gonna have a text who's gonna be bold with a color of green, and we say log out. Touchable opacity from React Native. No, we don't have it yet. So after that, we're gonna create the design of this button. It's gonna be really simple. So if we look to the preview here, we want a border width of 1, we want some radius, we want that to be in the middle, and we want this to be green. So it's pretty simple here. So border width of 1, border color of theme that color that green, we want a border radius of 6, we want to make sure then the button is going to be in the middle, put the text in the middle. After that, we want him to be a width of 90% of the screen, because if we look in the preview, he don't touch the side. And if we don't put align self center, it's not gonna be in center, it's gonna be in the left, so we need to put this. We're gonna have a height of 40, and I want a margin top to be of 20, so I want a margin top from the last list column of 20. And now we pass this style logout like that. And now if I refresh my screen, style sheet is not defined. Like that. Border, so it's border, height, and now if we click, we see we get the logout. So you see the align self, maybe the only thing I want to show you, because maybe some people don't know. So if I don't put the align sign, you see it's in the left. If you say align self, it's like you say align. It's almost like saying align item center from the parent, but now you control it from the child himself. So that's it. So the next video, what I want to do is designing this account screen where we want to let the user able to change his username, create an address, update address and stuff like that, because we want to ship his item. And for the address, we're gonna make use of Google autocomplete. After that, I want also in this profile to be able to change. The example is like if you want to change maybe notification, stuff like that, but not yet. And I want to be able also to log out. And for this, about this app, what I want to do, it's when I want to click on this, I want to show the version of the application. So it's really good, because sometimes people are gonna think your app, it's like example, if the user have a bug, by saying the version, they can help you after this to say, hey, my version was 2.1 and I have a bug, but you say, oh, okay, so the 2.1 is the really old version, because now we are in 4.1. You see what I mean? So that's why I think it can be good. For the help, I don't think we're gonna work on this. I just put this because it's better UI. Invite friend, I think we can maybe do something. But yes, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that makes sense. And again, let me know in the comment if you have any question. The code's gonna be in the repo, and the repo is in the description. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.